Hey, hey, how's everybody doing out there today? This is Gold Pilled here with the Gold Pilled stream, and this is just a real quick kind of update video since it's been a while since I did a video, and just wanted to kind of do an update, let everyone know I'm still alive, even though I really don't have any followers. I think I have 8, and I don't get a lot of views, but I'm just still trying to put out content and trying to help people see the world differently and see the information that they absorb differently. So I'm going to keep at it. Um, and if anybody watched my last 2 videos on signature reduction, which I think they're really good, and they have a lot of really good information about the current state of our online social media content, alternative media content. The signature reduction plays a major role in it. But in those videos, I had this dry, itchy cough, and uh, well, that cough ended up turning into an upper respiratory infection. So I was kind of down for the count for about a week. I had to take it easy and rest, and luckily it passed fairly quickly. It wasn't like the C19 um, that I've been battling for that whole period there up until I got the Omicron. So I was a little surprised to get sick, considering I had just had the Omicron in the beginning of December, and it lasted dang near 3 weeks to a month. But um, yeah, I gotta quit smoking. Uh, Smoking is what causes most of my respiratory infection issues. That cough that it started out kind of seemed like a smoker's cough, and it just kind of got worse. And um, yeah, so don't smoke. If you smoke, try to quit. I would love to quit. I want to quit. I don't know how. It's one of those vices that uh, I'm really clinging on to. I've had a lot of vices in my life, and um, I gave up all of them. But the smoking, I can't seem to do it. If I end up quitting smoking, I end up just chewing Copenhagen to take its place. And then I've alternated back and forth numerous times in the past decade. But so yeah, if anyone's out there struggling with nicotine, I feel for you. It's a terrible habit, terrible for your health. But the best thing to do if you can is quit. Um, it's only going to cause more harm going on in the future, and I need to figure out a way to do it. So that's kind of why haven't been making any content here. Um, Also, there's really not anything new or amazing going on out there. I knew just yesterday I had to uh, replace the brakes on front brakes on my car, change the oil. Uh, Discovered I have a coil spring broke on the front driver's side, so there's a future project. And then I got to do the brakes on the rear, and I need to do the calipers on the rear too because they're not working. So all kinds of fun stuff. Got an exhaust leak in front of the cat converter, so that needs done. But I'll have a garage do that because I don't know how to weld. I wish I knew how to weld, but uh, can't do that myself. Everything else, which is kind of an important topic. I know the one video Black Pill did months ago. It was the Black Box Edition or Mystery Box Edition, and he would kind of call anything, the mystery box or the black box that people didn't understand or people don't understand, or they don't know how it works. They don't know how to fix it. They don't know how to get inside and do anything to it. And he was saying how the average person, just about everything is a mystery box to them. They don't know how to do anything themselves. It's all pay someone else to do it. With the way things are going, you want to be able to do as much as you can yourself, as far as fixing, repairs, self-sufficiency, even into homesteading and stuff, growing food, finding your own water, whatever. Learn all that yourself. Learn how to do it yourself. Do not pay people to do it. I know this consumer society that they have us conditioned into, it relies heavily on service industries. Pay the professional to do it. Take it to a professional. Well, you can be your own professional. All you need is a little bit of intelligence. Mechanical inclination, really helps. But, if you're a smart person and, you can follow instructions, it's fairly easy to do stuff yourself. My car, it's, kind of an older car, but it's, slightly newer technology. Newer than I like. I prefer older stuff. The simplicity and ease of working on it. But I got the Haynes manuals for vehicles, and those Haynes manuals, it's a whole book based on a complete tear down and rebuild, of whatever vehicle you have. So you get one of those Haynes manuals, and it tells you how to do everything. Any repair that you want, it'll tell you how to do it. Although with the way newer vehicles are, there's a lot of things that require specialized tools or specialized equipment, and that's stuff that, the ordinary person just doesn't have, and even your small time garages don't have. So if you have brand new vehicle with all the latest tech, well, you're likely going to be at the dealer's mercy. Some technical or specialized comes up. But I love the Haynes manual for my car. All I got to do is look in there, and boom, there you go. And I did the valve cover gasket a couple months ago. Haynes manual was great. I'll be using it to do that coil spring. Calipers, I already checked into that. So learn how to do stuff yourself. I'd much rather be work on a computer, tear a computer apart and fix it, than a car. Cars are just frustrating, and with the weather and the rust, especially if you're in an area like I am, Appalachia. The winters are rough on cars, and then you try to take them apart and fix it, and things don't go right most of the time. But yeah, I'd much rather work on computers. Give me a computer and hardware any day to work on. I'm good with the small technical stuff, or even guns. I'd rather work on guns, and I'm actually quite proficient working on guns, especially old revolvers. Smith and Wesson revolvers, Colt revolvers. I love Colt revolvers. The old ones, well, there's not too many newer ones, although they did come back with their Snake series here in the last decade. But they're older ones from, clear back to, 1910, 1920, up until 80, I'd say. They went into the 80s, so still making revolvers, but the technique and the engineering changed on them. My favorite is their Colt Python revolver. I have a 1972 uh, 2.5 inch barrel snub nose 357 mag that I can still carry. And the engineering and the design that it's based on, the action mechanism inside, um, it's quite a marvel, and it's probably the most technical revolver to work on, um, unless you would include like Korth or some kind of more exotic one. I think Korth might maybe be a little more technical, but they call it the V spring action. And like I said, with if you have the aptitude to follow directions, you can pretty much do anything. When I got into the revolvers and stuff, they have it's called the Jerry Kuhnhausen is his name, and he did books, published books, and it's pretty much a complete teardown and rebuild of the revolver. I think he has a Smith and Wesson one. He has the Colt V Spring one. I think he has another Colt Action Design one. I have a few of them. Got them ebooks, PDFs, or whatever, digital. But I read them all, and I understood what he was saying, and I was able to work and do all the work myself on these old revolvers. And it's I didn't really find it that hard, but everyone says it's super technical, and it kind of is, but it's not. You just have to understand what you're doing. Even the old Wild West single action army, the typical 6 shooter you see in the old West movies. I can pistol smith those. I actually bought a paperback hard copy of I don't think it was Jerry Kuhnhausen. It might be a Jerry Kuhnhausen book, but the other guy, I forget his name. He was a master pistol smith. He kind of pretty much wrote that one, and I bought that, and I had one. It was I think a 2012 newer single action army, but I learned to pistol smith that. I gave it a slick action job. Well, that thing was slick, and I sold it here a few years back recently because I really had no use for it. I could use the cash, but uh, I was even on the Colt forums, and the guy who wrote that book, he was on the Colt forums, and I kind of documented the work I did on it. Is how to do an action job, do it yourself action job for single action army, and the guy who wrote the book said I did an excellent job. He's like, that's great work, you did it excellent, did everything proper, just the way I would do it, no shortcuts, and and that's all with just home stuff, a vise. um I bought a couple like stones and files and proper screwdrivers and stuff, but nothing special. Just reading, manual books and instructions. I taught myself to pistol smith, the most technical revolvers, made. So, with the black box, mystery box, learn to do it yourself. You know, find the instructions or manuals or, the tutelage you need and do it yourself. Why pay someone else to do something? Like, I hate being at the mercy of someone else because I can't do something. I'm my own man. I should be able to figure stuff out, and be able to take care of myself. And, that's what I do. I fix pretty much anything that's broke. Washer, dryer. When I bought my house here, I became a carpenter, an electrician, a plumber, all that. Well, no real prior knowledge. Just, if I didn't quite understand something, you go online, you look it up, YouTube videos, even washer dryer YouTube videos. Um, I had an issue with my washer, a couple months back. The drain pump got plugged, but I was trying to do a diagnostic and I didn't quite understand it. And I got stuck somewhere, and I went onto a repair forum, appliance repair forum, and one of the certified, like GE technicians on there, was able to answer my question because what I needed to know, they don't make available to the public. You have to be a certified, trained technician, and then you'll be privy to like update bulletins or access bulletins that tell you certain information. This information is related to software and the control board of the thing. I got into a setting, I didn't know what it did, and I had to enter an ID number. And to know that ID number, you got to be a certified person to get that privy bulletin. And I just went on the forum, asked a question, and less than 24 hours, one of the leading guys on there responded and sent me a link to this bulletin paper that had what I needed. So I mean, you can find out how to do pretty much anything. All you have to have is the aptitude and the intelligence to understand, what you're doing and do it. And granted, you will need some tools, like working on the car. I don't have an extensive tool collection, but I got what I need that I can do pretty much most stuff with it. And it doesn't cost all that much. Harbor Freight. If you have a Harbor Freight around, Harbor Freight is your friend. They have cheap tools. Not everything might be the best quality, but if you need something, in a pinch, you can't beat their prices for tools. And chances are it'll probably last you a little bit. I've gotten so much stuff there, especially when I bought my house. And like I said, plumbing, electrician, carpenter, all that. Did all that in this house. So, it's not hard. I advise everyone out there, prepare. Try to become as self-sufficient as you can. Because if something major does happen, like a lights out or, complete crumble, collapse of the economy, we're going to be right back to farmers. You're going to be hunter-gatherer. You're either going to go hunt and farm, vegetables, or you're going to starve. And, I'm not going to starve, so I'll be okay if something like that happened. But like I said in previous videos, I don't think there's going to be a lights out scenario. Um, the internet pretty much is too crucial for their control to have a lights out. So I'm really sick of seeing everybody steal fear porn about lights out. Dabu7, he's constantly doing it. He just had a video up yesterday or so with, oh, lights out. Call for an uprising. Oh, lights out. He just had one the other day. And the funny thing is, they put those videos out like the exact same time, which just further lends credibility to the IIA operations that I keep saying is going on online. These alt media, they all follow sync and put out similar stuff at the same time, because likely as most of it's all scripted. So yep, the online is crucial to their control, and I don't think it's going anywhere. Yeah, like I said, there's really hasn't been too much as far away as new breaking stuff. They were trying to do the start a Ministry of Truth, but I guess that backfired already. The lady they were getting to headed up, she got trolled so bad online that she resigned from it. So now they put it on the back burner. So we'll see if they ever go through with it, or if they'll just wait a little bit and go through with it, or they might just scrap it totally. But yeah, the Ministry of Truth, Disinformation Governance Board. Uh, and the fact that it kind of got scrapped so quickly, it really makes me wonder if they didn't just put that out there just as disinfo, just to get the truther group, all riled up, and oh no, the Ministry of Truth, because everybody was talking about it. Everybody was saying it was a Ministry of Truth. So, it makes me wonder if that was just scripted. Like, oh, let's just put this out there, stir them up, confuse them even more, and then, we'll just turn around and scrap it. And, ends up the whole thing was just BS, just a ruse. It's like you can't trust anything these days. Absolutely nothing. So, yeah, like I said, definitely watch my IIA and signature reduction videos because, like I said, you can't trust anything. Anything they put out there is intentional. The current distraction is still Ukraine and Russia. We're still sending them billions of dollars, more than our road infrastructure budget. We could double our road infrastructure budget, for what we sent them. But no, we won't do that. God forbid we have good roads, which is probably how my coil spring got busted, because we have the shittiest roads in the country where I live. So it's just sad. Uh, what else is going on? I see they're still pushing the vax. Um, I watch videos on YouTube. When an ad pops up on my phone, I see Pennsylvania has brand new vax ads, and they're still telling you to mask, get vaxxed, get boosted, and it's like a whole new campaign for it. Brand new ads that they just released them within the last month. I seen. I'm like, they're still pushing this. Like, I can't believe they're still pushing that. You know, like, they already changed the narrative. They switched everybody from the C-19 to, Russia's the boogeyman in World War III. But yet they pretty much made everyone forget COVID. But they're still pushing the ad was like, get vax, or mask, vax, boost. Do your part. And then it's like, get vaxxed. It's good to help your community, and just the most ridiculous stuff that's been proven, BS. Their whole narrative completely crumbled publicly. And I see they're trying to demonize Johnson and Johnson shot now. Oh, it's bad. It might cause blood clotting, or I'm pretty think it was blood clotting. They're blaming it over myocarditis or whatever. But they're like, we'd recommend, you have a choice not to get the Johnson & Johnson. So for whatever reason, they're kind of throwing Johnson & Johnson under the bus, which kind of makes me wonder, because out of all of them, Johnson & Johnson, their shot actually had the least amount um, of mRNA, or the least amount of spike protein or something. Whatever it was, Johnson & Johnson's had the least amount of it. And whatever it was is harmful to you. And like the Moderna and the Pfizer, they had like 3, 4, 5 times more of whatever that was than Johnson & Johnson. And then you got to get double shots of those, so you're getting double that. And so it's even more harmful to you, apparently. But they're throwing Johnson & Johnson under the bus, so I don't know. Don't know what their end goal is, but I tell you what, boy, did they want everyone to get the jab. Everyone. They want that jab in every single arm. And it's creepy to wonder why. Why do they want everybody to get that jab? What is in it? What is it doing to your body that they want it in you? And that might relate to that NASA PowerPoint by Bushnell that I pulled up in one of my last videos, where it said 2020 we enter the bio nano era. So is that why they want everyone to get it? Because so everyone is in the bio nano era? It's a good question. Something to think about. No, all right. I think that's about it. I rambled on long enough. This was kind of just a video log, a vlog, just kind of an update, just to get something out there. I'll try to think of a good topic to cover here in the coming future. Something actually important than the ordinary alternative media that gets, same stuff, everyone covers every single day. Like I said, the alternative media now with all these alternative platforms, it's the mainstream media 2.0, pretty much. And I seen the old Google whistleblower, old Voorhees, has Blast.video he created, and it just scours all the alternative media platforms and pulls everyone's videos together. So you can get all of your mainstream media 2.0 all in one place. So there you go. They're creating mainstream media, but it's just a slightly different version of mainstream media, and it's still going to be controlled and largely scripted, and whatever narrative you're getting from there is going to be the narrative they want you to get. So you're thinking you're watching truth shows and truth channels. Well, you're just getting the firmware update they want you to get. Really think about that, guys. Think about that. IIA, everything, your thoughts, your feelings, your emotions. It's not going to be yours anymore, if it even is right now. Just like old Yusuf Ferrari says. So, all right, everyone, stay safe out there. Figure out the mystery boxes. Be self-sufficient. Learn to take care of yourself, and always be aware of the content you're taking in and absorbing. Find the gold pill. Get to the gold pill level. Peace, everyone.